Kia ora, I'm Sally Richards and I'm the Festival Director of TAHI. I'm also a theatre director, producer, teacher and sometime theatre academic. This video is all about inspiring, explaining and enthusing about polylogues. So, begs the question, what's a polylog? I think we need to take a step back and think about how we define solo performance. Solo performance is quite contentious in its definition. Is it solo performance, monodrama, monologue, soliloquy, one-man show, one-woman show, one-person show, stand-up comedy, spoken word, lecture, autobiographical performance? Hannah Gadsby comes to grips with this in her recent Netflix show, Douglas. She says that in the middle of the show, I'm giving you a good old lecture. The twist is, it's funny, it's fucking funny. There's also the mono-polylogue in that list. This is where we've got one actor on stage playing multiple roles. And a really good example of that is number 2 by Toa Fraser. So actor Madeline Sami presents 9 distinct characters. They're talking to each other as well. They're all gathered in Nana Marie's backyard for a barbecue. So my definition of a solo performer is that there is one actor on stage who is driving the narrative. That means that a solo like The Guru of Chai by Indian Ink, where Dave the musician is an integral part, I still class that as a solo. It's driven by the guru. He's in charge. The exception to the rule is the polylogue. Here we have a cast, an ensemble, a multicast, presenting multiple monologues independently, on a theme sometimes, interwoven together. A dialogue of independent monologues. A really great homegrown example of this is Youth Dean and my accomplice's work, including Tiny Deaths and Massive Crushes. Also Thomas Sainsbury's The Christmas Monologues, and Daniel Musgrove and Natalie Metlock's Christ Almighty. Then there is the global success of Eve Ensler's The Vagina Monologues. This is a group of monologues on the theme of vaginas. Eve Ensler's now given those rights over to V-Day, which is the global movement to end violence against women and children worldwide. So that's polylogue in a nutshell. It's a really dynamic way of looking at a particular theme from multiple perspectives, and it is possibly slightly less terrifying than being on stage by yourself. So what are the challenges to the polylogue? Firstly, it's about division of labour. How many monologues? How many actors? And perhaps how many directors? I directed the Vagina Monologues twice. On the first occasion in 2008 at Toi Whakaari, I had 3 actors taking on those 15 monologues within the show. In 2011, this time I had 8 women taking those roles and chose to co-direct with Megan Peacock Coyle. In 2019 for TAHI Festival, we presented Tiny Deaths by Youth Dean and my accomplice. This time we had 8 actors taking on 8 monologues, but we had 5 directors. Considering those sort of options, I think the fundamental question it is for each relationship between director and performer is to understand what is the performative quality of the monologue and find that, and then come together to present an ensemble show. Bringing the monologues into the room is a really crucial part of the process. How do those monologues and performers, and possibly directors, rub up against each other? How do they segue between one to another? How is the order? Could that be amended? Is this a conversation you might have with the playwright? Staging. Consider whether all actors are on stage during the whole show, or does each performer come in one at a time? Do they have their own assigned space on stage? And a rehearsal note. Like all solo performance, but particularly shorter monologues, you can work in really short and intense periods of time. This allows the performer to then go away and work in isolation, the director to reflect, and then come back together. So that's polylogues, not so lonely. A really dynamic way of exploring a theme and an incredible taster menu for any audience. I hope you'll join us for our question and answer session live on Facebook on Friday the 7th of August. Ngā mihi.